Hey, what's up, everybody? We're the boys. We're making noise. Welcome back to episode 7 of the podcast. I'm Niko Heister.
Hunter Sproles.
Corbin Fletcher.
Trey Blackburn.
I want to shout out our Instagram and our Twitter at the Boyz Makin Noise. Make sure to follow. We're very, very, very active on the Instagram. I don't know about the Twitter. I don't know about the Twitter. But we're very active on the Instagram. Have Instagram polls up a lot of trivia questions, a lot of posts. So yeah, make sure to follow those.
And yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah.
I know we've been gone for like a couple weeks. I know we filmed an episode and we had some technical difficulties with that, along with a couple other things that were going on. But we're back, and that's all that matters, so let's get it going.
Yeah, I know we're all ready to go again. Like Hunter said, on our Instagram, we've been dropping some polls, and every week we have trivia. And so we had 3 questions this week. Nobody got all 3 correct, but we did have 4 people get 2 correct, and those were
Blake Berry, Amber Cheney, Peyton Flannery, and Jake Childress.
Shout out to you guys. So, yeah, let's start with the Thursday night matchup, a battle in the NFC East. The Eagles and the Giants. What do you guys think about this
one? Know Danny Dimes?
I do know Danny Dimes.
At the same speed as Tyreek Hill did?
Yeah.
People are trying to say that Danny is fast.
Yeah, we can make jokes about how Danny fell at the 10-yard line. But the fact of the matter is, he had the 3rd largest rush in New York Giants history. Don't know how that's possible. He had the longest rush ever by a quarterback, and Danny has wheels. Okay,
he does. Unfortunately, they locked up on him around the 10, and he fell.
Yep, and unfortunately, they lost the football game.
That is true. I mean, it seriously is a problem unless your name's Lamar Jackson when your quarterback is the leading rusher of your football team. Mm-hmm. You know, and they tried out Wayne Gallman this week. I know they still have Deion Lewis, Devontae Freeman. They have names, right? But, I mean, they're flat on not running how they should, and a lot of that's due to the offensive line. So Carson looked all right this week.
How bad has he been this season, though?
He's been rough. 10 interceptions now, and I think he's also got about 3 fumbles at least.
He threw another pick this game, too.
Yeah. And I know but at the end of the day, the Eagles won, and this was a game they didn't have Miles Sanders. So Boston Scott played for them. At the end of the day, a win's a win, and now they're leading the division.
Yeah, that's big time.
I do want to talk about the Giants, though. Sterling Shepard comes off an injury, and he gets a touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, I think Sterling Shepard's got to be one of the better players on the Giants.
Yeah, they definitely have names as receiving options. Golden Tate, Slayton, Shepard.
Ingram at the tight end.
Yeah. I mean, so they got capable guys there, and that offense is capable of doing damage. So, yeah, that was great to see. So moving on from that, the Saints win 27-24 over the Carolina Panthers this week. The Panthers were rolling there for a little, and now they've kind of hit a struggle spot. What do you guys think?
Yeah, like we talked about this all the time, Nico. Are the Panthers good or are they not? Like, I still do not know. It's week 7, week 8? I still don't know if the Panthers are a good football team yet.
Yeah, we got to talk about that run game, too. Their leading rusher had 12 yards.
Yeah. Mike Davis. He's been a pretty good fill-in so far this year, but 7 rushes for 12 yards. I mean, that's not going to get it done, but DJ Moore did have 2 touchdowns in this game.
I also look at Teddy Bridgewater's numbers again. 23 for 28. 254 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no picks. I mean, that's another I wouldn't say great game, but for Teddy, that's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
So props to Teddy.
Definitely, the Saints advanced to 4-2, and the Panthers are now 3-4.
I think the Saints, they haven't been disappointing, but I would say they have not lived up to our expectations.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't been the 4-2 team you want to see.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, we still got to talk about they're still missing Michael Thomas.
They are.
Yeah, they're missing Slam. I meant Michael Thomas, not Slam Boy.
Do you want him to come here and beat you up?
No.
Jeez, yeah. I mean, so first it was a big foot injury, then he punched a guy. For that. Now it's a grade 1 hamstring sprain. So we'll see. He may miss this week. I don't know. It's going to be another week. We'll probably find out Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And go from there. So, yeah, after that, the Bills and the Jets.
And you guys, normally we'd skip the Jets segment, per usual.
Yeah.
They put up 10 points, and they had the lead against the Buffalo Bills.
They didn't give up a single touchdown.
Yeah, they didn't give up a single touchdown, but they did give up 6 field goals.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about Josh Allen because it was a bit of a weird game for him. He had 30 completions, 307 yards, and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happens, but it's just a weird stat line to me.
Yeah, Jerry Hughes with 2 sacks this week. That was big, but I mean, talk about your special teams player of the week. Tyler Bass kicked 6 of them in. I mean, he's got to win it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, geez, and he had 8 attempts. How many times are you going to go out there as a kicker and get 8 shots to put up points? How many? This was Sam Darnold this week. No Joe Flacco this week. Didn't throw a touchdown. 2 picks. You know, and now no Le'Veon there, so it was Frank Gore doing the dirty work. Frank ran nice.
He did the dirty work, but who scored the touchdown?
Their backup running back did. Yes,
Yep.
Pierre.
Yeah.
He really fill in for them well. So, yeah, another game. The Jets lose 0-7 now.
Jeez, 0-7. Going to our next game, Browns and the Bengals.
This was a
Wow.
fun game to watch.
It was.
Actually.
It was.
It was a good game. Joe Burrow, I think he's looking great as a rookie. People can hate on him all day. He threw a pick this game. Obviously, if you follow the Bengals, you know he threw a pick in the last drive last week too. But
400 yards this week.
yeah, 400 yards, 3 touchdowns. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I also want to talk about the other quarterback. He started off 0 for 5 with 1 interception, finished the rest of the game 22 for 23, 297 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Wow.
I know we want to say Baker's back and all that, but no, he's not. He's just going to have a bad game next week too.
Yeah, definitely the model for inconsistency in the NFL. Do you want to mention AJ Green had a nice game?
Yeah.
So good to see him. You know, I think he's progressively getting there. Tyler Boyd is a dog. I mean, he's the Bengals' #1 wide
He's-
receiver.
he has the
Higgins.
The number one.
Third most receptions in the league.
It's scary the kind of connection them two are having. 100 yards, a touchdown. This was a game with no Joe Mixon too.
Yeah.
And go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
I want to say two things. You touched on no Joe Mixon. Gio
Yeah.
had a good game. But T. Higgins with another touchdown this week. I mean, I'm serious. T. Higgins and that connection is just.
I mean,
it's dirty.
we hear, you know, Jerry
It's dirty.
Judy, C.D.
Oh,
Lamb,
C.D.
Justin
Lamb,
Jefferson. How about
yeah.
our guy?
How about our guy?
You know,
How
that's what
about
I'd
T?
say.
How about T over there in the 5-1-3?
That's right.
I'm at the point where after that game, can we really fault our O-line? They showed up, they played.
And you know what? They battled through injuries that
They
game
did.
too.
Yeah,
At
I
this
think this
point-
game was our defense. And the,
Yeah, that's
the
what I was about
defense
to
was
say.
atrocious.
I think it's starting. I mean, that's got to be on Coach Lou. He's our defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Lou and Aromo. Yeah.
He has been, to say the least, he has been bad.
Yeah.
The talent on our defense is amazing. I don't like Lou. I think he should be gone personally. I think Zach Taylor should be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there was a game for us to win from our division, it would have had to been this week. I mean, they're without Nick Chubb. Odell gets hurt in what, first, second quarter?
Yeah,
Gets hurt
first
early
quarter,
game,
yeah.
which he is out for the season.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
ACL. That's terrible to hear that.
But I mean, if there was a game that the Bengals could win in the division, it'd be this one.
I mean, you can't let a rookie tight end from Florida Atlantic, Harrison Bryant, score 2 touchdowns on you.
Well, he did win the National Tight End Award.
Yeah, he did, and I think a lot of that I read had to do with his blocking. He's a great blocker, but that's definitely a good point to make. So.
Now going on to the next game. Do you call this team games anymore? The
I call
Cowboys?
them the most embarrassing team in football.
I call it the
And the Jets play
and the Jets play in the NFL.
NFL.
And Adam Gase still coaches. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cowboys played Washington, got absolutely obliterated,
As did
3-25.
Yeah.
Andy Dalton actually gets hurt this week.
Yeah, he has a concussion.
Takes a late hit.
Yeah, and it was definitely an illegal hit. The guy got ejected. It is a concussion. I do not know if he's going to play this week. If he doesn't, hope I don't butcher this, Ben DiNucci. He's a rookie from James Madison. He will start. To be honest, I don't know who will back him up in that game, but Dalton still wasn't good when he was in there, but I don't know. I just feel like with all the names on this team, Jerry Jones has to be so embarrassed right now with this team.
You know,
Zeke needs to step up
Yeah.
and own the
And
team. Too.
how about Andy
He's
Dalton
not doing-
taking that shot?
Yeah.
The Cowboys players just like, man. Like,
Yeah,
they didn't do
I
anything.
Stand up for him.
Didn't
they're
back
just,
him up.
They just he just got hit and they were just like, all right, next play.
Yeah, Gibson. I've seen him, watch him play a few times now this year. He's a playmaker.
Mhm.
This week, 20 rushes, 128 yards. He didn't this week, but a lot of times he's involved in the passing game. Kyle Allen played well this week. You know, I think
I mean, you think, hey, Washington won a football game. Oh, Dwayne Haskins got to win.
That's
No,
not-
no, he didn't.
Kyle Allen.
No, he didn't.
You know, I think part of that is his connection with Ron Rivera as they were there in Carolina last year. So, you know, I think that's big for them.
How
So,
about Ron Rivera beating cancer?
Yeah, shout out to Ron.
I think we can clap it up for that.
I mean, to go coach football every week, that's something special with everything he's going
Yeah, he
through.
didn't miss a single game while he had it.
I know. It's crazy. And then Logan Thomas also caught a touchdown. I'm going to shout the tight ends because it was tight end day.
It was
on
tight end
Sunday.
day. They were all mic'd up.
Yeah, so, I want to give a little love to all of them who balled out.
How about-
Shout out to Kittle for inventing that, by the way. That was a great idea.
How about Scary Terry?
What
Terry
about him?
McLaurin. Seven targets, 7 catches, 90 yards, averaged 12, and he got 7. Well, he got 6.
Yeah.
He got 6.
Speed demon.
Got 7. But yeah, he
CeeDee
looked
Lamb, no catches this week. Just want to throw that out there.
And I saw Terry in the locker room. I saw a video on Instagram, and Terry's a young guy, obviously, Terry McLaurin, and he's leading his team. Like he's doing like locker room veteran stuff. So shout out to Terry.
Yeah.
Next game, Packers Texans. Wow.
I want to talk about Devontae Adams because you know what we say about him? We say he's a bad man. And he played like a bad man this week. 196 yards on 13 receptions, 2 touchdowns along with that. I mean, he did a lot for the Packers this week.
Yeah, I think him and Lockett were the receivers of the week, in my
Yeah.
opinion. They both balled out. Aaron Rodgers he's playing pitch and catch with Devontae Adams.
Yeah, my MVP's back, boys. 4 touchdowns this week.
He was marvelous. 0 interceptions. I think he got 1 all year long, I want to say.
Yeah, and let's not forget
Me
that
too.
Aaron Jones was out this week too.
Yeah.
They played great without him. His backup Williams stepped up pretty nicely. He had a touchdown along with 77 yards, so that was good to see. Good for my fantasy team.
And again, it's like Deshaun Watson. He didn't play bad at all.
No.
He played all
But
right.
guess what? They still can't win.
They're 1-6.
I
They
know.
still cannot
If you would have
win.
told me the Texans were 1-6,
That's just I don't believe you, Trey.
Yeah.
I mean,
Stop there. I don't
you gotta-
believe it.
This team has to have, if not the hardest, one of the hardest
Oh yeah,
schedules.
Yeah.
without a doubt.
in the league.
It's got to be the hardest. It might be the hardest I've ever seen.
Wow.
Come on, they played the Steelers
They played the Chiefs,
and they
the
played the
Ravens, yeah, and the
Yeah,
Packers
Packers.
now.
That's insane.
Yeah, they've definitely hit a rough stretch. But I agree. I mean, if you told me Texans were 1-6, I say that's a shame. Deshaun got hurt. No, he's playing, and they're still 1-6. So
All right, let's move on. No surprise here. The Falcons lose again, but the Lions, they played okay against the Falcons. We can talk about that one.
Yeah, the Lions actually celebrated a Falcons touchdown.
Yeah, they did.
They celebrated
the Falcons,
a Falcons touchdown.
they cannot get out of their own way.
Yeah.
They just can't.
I do want to explain what happened there. So it's late in the game, and the Falcons are rushing down the field, and they're trying to waste as much time as possible. They don't want to give the Lions a chance because they
Yeah.
don't trust their defense. So they're marching down the field, and Todd Gurley breaks 2 tackles and keeps his leg moving. Next thing you know, he's almost in the touchdown. So he tries to drop and not score. So he gets in with how much time left? A minute?
yeah,
About a minute left. The Lions march down the field and score and win. I mean, the Lions were literally trying to tell the rest that they scored, that the Falcons scored. It was crazy.
yeah, that was crazy. I think Kenny Galladay is legit. Like I think he may be a top 15 wide receiver in the NFL. That dude can ball. They didn't have the run game going this week, but if they can get DeAndre Swift going and AP going with Galladay, how he's playing, this offense is nice. It really is.
Yeah, I think the offense is very slept on. I mean, you have Marvin Jones, too. He's not bad. Kenny Galladay.
Amendola.
Yeah. TJ
Yeah.
Hawkinson. You got a good squad there.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And with the Falcons, I mean, how are you putting up 22 points with that offense?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a problem. Obviously, you got Gurley, Julio, Ridley, Russell Gage. They paid Hayden Hurst this summer. And Matt Ryan's a distributor. So, I mean, 22 points is not enough for that football team.
And the Lions won this game, and they had 64 rushing yards.
That's sad.
How do you winning games? I mean, the league has come to a lot of passing, but in my opinion, you got to be able to run the ball as well, right?
Yeah.
You got to have a little bit of both going on.
Yeah, exactly. Complimentary football. That's right.
All right, moving on. One of the better games this week, the Steelers beat the Texans 27-24. Gostkowski missed the winning, or not the winning
A
kick,
tie.
but the kick to send it to overtime.
Yeah. You don't see him miss often.
No.
I'll say that. You don't see him miss often, and that was a huge kick to miss.
It was crazy because Pittsburgh got up really early. They were up by 3 scores. And Big Ben played trash. He threw 3 picks, but I guess just the lead that they built early on kind of saved them in this one. But it was definitely a scary game. They almost blew that big lead.
Yeah, I want to talk about Derrick Henry, though. He's actually leading the league in rushing yards by over 100 yards.
That's
right now.
crazy, dude.
So, yeah, and then the person that is closest to him is a rookie. So that's kind of cool. Clark.
Edwards?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, A.J. Brown had a big week, over 150 yards and a touchdown for Pittsburgh. Golly, these past few weeks we've been hyping up Claypool, and he has one catch.
He's got one catch
I mean,
for -2 yards.
They didn't even go
For
forward.
negative. No, he
You know,
didn't. He
we
didn't
tell
go
him, we
forward.
say north-south.
Yeah, north-south. North-south. You know where he went?
What?
South.
Yeah.
Not north. He went south.
It was Deontay Johnson day.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. 9 catches, 80 yards, 2 touchdowns. I don't know. You think they just kind of moved Claypool? They're like, hey, like this game we're gonna try to get Deontay involved, or do you think it just happened to play out?
Well,
like that?
I'm sure Tennessee was ready
Yeah.
to stop him, and they definitely realized that'd be a big point in their game plan.
You know what I think the Steelers do?
Hmm.
They go on TikTok. They look at the For You page. They say, hey, what tall receiver is making TikToks?
Yeah.
They pick them up. They put them on the team, and they win. Juju Smith-Schuster, obviously known on social media, on TikTok, on YouTube. Chase Claypool on the TikTok. And I saw another receiver from the Steelers making a TikTok.
I
I don't know which one it is. It might have been Johnson. But I saw it on my For You page.
Going off here, right?
They have 3 receivers making TikToks
Yeah.
in the locker room.
Okay, back to some football.
I say, is this the sway house or is this the locker room?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the Titans defense. They have some names.
Yeah.
I mean, Christian Fulton, Jadeveon Clowney, Malcolm Butler,
Yeah,
Kevin
Clowney.
Byard, Jonathan Joseph. They have they have a great secondary and a great D line.
Yeah, I also want to just give a big shout out to Eric Ebron. I think he's been really good for Pittsburgh this year, good target. And I do want to shout out a question we had from Steven this week. Shout out to Steven. He said, do you see Pittsburgh losing a game this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, Steven, you're asking me to pick a football team and go 16-0. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I guess they forgot. They play the Bengals.
Yeah,
Come on.
the Bengals. Come on now.
No, I mean they're in a division with the Ravens. First off, let's start with that. And so that's going to be a big time game.
Have they played the Ravens?
They
once
go
yet?
to Baltimore next week.
That's the first time.
Yeah.
they've seen-
So I mean, if there's a game to lose, next week's probably one of their bigger shots. And they do got to play the Browns. You know they're hot and cold. Maybe they give them a run for their money, but I just can't pick somebody to go 16-0.
No.
So
All right. Next game, the Buccaneers headed to Vegas to play the Raiders. Got a good win.
So you go and put up 45 points. Tom Brady balls out 4 touchdowns. And then later on that week, you pick up one of the better receivers in
play
NFL
football.
history.
Yep,
Okay,
to play
let's
football.
be real. Yeah, this guy's that good. They get Antonio Brown, another weapon for Tom Brady. I'm calling it right now. This is a Super Bowl team.
Playoff team.
It's a Super
It's a
Bowl
Super
team.
Bowl team.
It's a playoff team.
I mean, you talk about Tom Brady, 5 total touchdowns. He's got this real good connection with Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller, I'm not sure that he'd have 10 receptions all season for another team. It's just something about Tom. They kind of have it going. Gronk has it going right now.
Yep.
Mike Evans has been
Yeah.
quiet.
Well, what is it? It's just they don't have a chemistry there. So many weapons. What is it?
He might be getting double teamed. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities there.
I'll tell you the thing. And first, I do want to talk about the Raiders.
Yeah. Do we just think that the Raiders are better than what they are? I mean, earlier in the week, or not week, but earlier in the year, they beat the Saints.
Yeah.
We were all
That was
high
a
on
big
them.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah, we were all high on them. Raiders looked good. Darren Waller looked good.
You know,
I haven't been
We
impressed.
were right though. We said it was the Raiders defense.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That we said we don't think. I think it was me or one of us. We said that the only way the Raiders win is if they go to a shootout every game.
Yeah.
And
we
that's just so much to ask for your offense.
And we also mentioned, that was a Monday Night Football game. The whole world's watching. Everybody overreacts. And so we call that. But here's the thing I got with, just to go on to Antonio Brown with the Bucks. Gronk, he's never going to complain about his touches. He'll block all day, won't he? I mean,
Yeah.
He said that.
Mike Evans, he had 1 catch. He didn't get his first catch till the 4th quarter last week. He had 2 catches for the game, and he was just excited to win the football game. Godwin, same way. If AB's going to come in here and have an ego, well, we'll see you. That'll be
That's
all
what they
for
told
you.
him.
Yeah.
They said you're going to play for the team or you're going to leave.
Yeah, so, I mean, Bruce Arians is claiming that right now he's this model citizen and everything. We'll see if he really is, but, I mean, you can say all you want about, off the field stuff, but if he's what he was on the field, I mean, he's one of the best receivers in the NFL right now. So
Yeah.
it's a huge upgrade.
All right. Next game, the Chiefs played the Broncos and blew them out.
In the snow.
Yeah, in the snow. It was
Yeah.
fun.
And I don't know about you guys, but I remember it was last year. Patrick Mahomes, he was mic'd up, and I think it was one of their games. It was like snowing. It was like a blizzard, and he was just like, "I'm a snow guy."
Yeah.
Like, everybody's moving slow. He's like, "I get to sit in the pocket," and he was right. I mean, they torched the Broncos. Drew Lock, I think this is his first game back. Didn't do much, but I do want to talk about how the Broncos, Melvin Gordon and Phillip Lindsay, they haven't been, like, for the two-headed monster they have not been getting it going. And I don't know if that's the O-line.
Well, they also haven't played many games together.
Yeah,
They've
that's
been
what I
off
was
and
gonna
on the
say.
field.
Yeah, they both have certain injuries at the time, and
I think it was Drew Lock's second game back.
Second game back?
Yeah.
yeah. If I told you that Patrick Mahomes completed 15 passes for 200 yards and a touchdown, I mean, there's no way you would have thought they would have put up 43. Okay? I mean, it just shows the way they can beat you. How about that running back for the Chiefs this week in his first game, Le'Veon Bell?
6 carries for 39 yards. That's pretty decent.
That'll get it done. That's over 6 yards a carry.
That will
So,
get it done. You need 4 yards to carry to win a football game. He's getting
yeah.
6.
I mean, you really only need 3 and change. But, but I mean, there's no doubt that Edwards-Helaire is the guy right now. You know, I don't care what accolades you have. You're not just going to come over and take up that position. But I definitely think Le'Veon is like he's seriously going to get carries every week.
Do they play the Jets next week?
Yes, they do.
They play the Jets next week.
Wow. I mean, I'd be curious to see if that spread is
Yep.
over 30.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus, but yeah. So Le'Veon's definitely helping them out there. So I like that.
Yeah. Tyreek had another touchdown this week.
Yeah.
He's been there all year.
Oh yeah, he's gonna keep balling.
Next game, we got the Chargers beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. And I just want to say, Justin Herbert's first win.
Yeah, it was.
He finally got it.
He's been great. You know what me and Hunter been saying? Said, tell me when he gets a win.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, because that's all
He
that
got
matters. And he was great. 4 total touchdowns, over 60 yards on the ground, 347 in the air. Joe Burrow's been incredible this year, and I think Justin Herbert is right behind him. Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we will. Keenan Allen had another day, 125 yards, 10 catches. I mean, this was definitely – it was a game where it was back and forth there for a little bit, but I just think the strength of the defense for the Chargers showed late on. They got a good D-line. Bosa's there, and they got some playmakers on that side of the football. So
Yeah, I don't know if you already said this about Herbert, but along with his 347 passing yards, he did have 66 rushing
he's got
yards.
wheels, dude. He really does, and he showed that in Oregon. I mean, he scored rushing touchdowns at Oregon, no doubt about it. So.
Yeah.
And how good has James Robinson been?
Yeah, I mean, for a rookie,
yeah.
undrafted, golly, come out and ball, James.
I mean, they liked this guy so much, they're like, you know what, screw you, Leonard. You can
Yeah.
go. We got James.
Imagine, yeah, that's crazy. And Chenault is still there. You know, me and Hunter like him. Do it all.
We do.
You know,
Swiss Army knife.
That's right.
Swiss Army knife. He can do it all.
So, yeah, I don't know if either of these teams are really that good of teams, to be honest. I mean, let's see. Jags are 1-6, Chargers 2-4, but they definitely had a fun matchup this week. So.
The 49ers absolutely blowing out the Patriots. How do you feel
Okay,
about
it wasn't
this?
the 49ers. It was Jeffrey Wilson.
Jeff,
112 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jimmy G had 277 yards and 2 interceptions. No touchdowns.
I'll tell you what. The Patriots offense looks like Adam Gase is coaching on the sidelines.
wow.
It looks like the am I wrong? The Patriots offense looks like it's the Jets right now.
It was so bad they put in Jared Stidham.
They put in Jared.
And
Stidham.
I don't know if I really like that decision either way.
I mean, Cam did throw
Cam's your guy.
3 interceptions,
But
but
like
you
Trey
can't
just
take him
said,
out.
yeah, Cam's your
your
guy.
guy.
And I mean, there's no doubt in my mind Cam will start this week.
Yeah.
But I mean, we saw what happened when Stidham played. He was terrible.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think if you're a Patriots fan, it is a time to be concerned. You know, at first it was Cam had COVID. Well, and they lost a couple games that they would have won. Well, I mean, this is full strength now, and you know, there's no doubt Bill Belichick is going to have some ideas to get this team back on track. But they're looking rough.
Against the injured 49ers as well.
Yeah,
You know,
so banged up.
We were just talking about Chenault over there, the Swiss Army knife. Well, guess what? The real number 1 Swiss Army knife, Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah, that's the man.
Punched in 6 today.
Yeah.
Not today, this week. Punched in 6.
Yeah, and that running attack for the 49ers, 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. That'll get it done right there.
All right, now for the game of the year.
I agree.
The Cardinals beating the Seahawks 37-34. And just, first of all, just what a great game.
Yeah, this was insane.
I mean, I know he's my guy, and I'm going to keep hyping him up. But this is a second-year quarterback that just went head-to-head, toe-to-toe, ball-to-ball with the best quarterback in football.
I was gonna pause there.
Wait, I mean, he did go toe-to-toe, but guess what?
What?
He inched his toe a little bit more forward and won the football
That's
game.
right. Russ made his plays. There's no doubt about that.
He also had 3 interceptions.
Yeah, and let's give a shout out the final reception in overtime, Isaiah Simmons, who's been rough all year long. They don't know where to put him, and he had all this high draft stock. Well, he makes a play in this football game, a
Speaking
big
about
one.
that defense, Buda Baker, another pick.
Buda is the man right now.
He is the man.
We can't talk about this game without talking about Tyler Lockett.
No.
200 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's insane.
That is.
Every
Yeah.
single one of Russell Wilson's passing touchdowns was to Tyler Lockett.
And we can't talk about it without mentioning the highlight of DK Metcalf.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I
You
mean,
know,
what a play.
Who tweeted this out? Someone tweeted out they want to see a 100-yard dash, Tyreek Hill versus DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
tell you what, it may have been me because
I'd
agree with
love to
that.
see it. I'd pay to see it.
So what happened was Russ threw a pick in the red zone, a rough one for him. Buda Baker, of course. I mean, this is a fast Buda Baker.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy can fly. He's booking it down the sideline. DK, all I see is head down, and he just starts
Took
running.
off.
22.6
he's
miles per
he's
hour.
about 10 yards behind Buda
Yeah.
Baker, so.
And so he tackles him at the 10, and they end up not even scoring.
Yeah.
He literally saved a touchdown because they went for it on 4th down and didn't get it. So he saved 7 points, and that's kind of plays. Obviously they didn't win this
That's
week.
a hustle play that you just
That
love
is-
to see, though.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So, yeah, I think Arizona's good. Hopkins was good again. Fitzgerald did get his 1,400th career catch, I believe.
Yeah.
He's
Wow.
second ever to Jerry Rice, and he now has the most catches ever in a single stadium. So, there's little cool facts about Fitzgerald.
Okay.
Pat Pete also got a pick this week. So,
And for our final game on Monday night, the Rams beat the Bears. I thought this game was kind of boring. I can't lie to you guys.
the good thing I like is we can calm down on the freaking Bears. All
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, they were 5-1. I mean, they kind of showed who they really were this week, I think.
I don't think Nick Foles is that good. Is he a good backup quarterback? Yeah, he comes in, he wins a Super Bowl. He
I'll
wins
tell
the
you what,
playoff
when
games.
I'd start him against Tom Brady. Other than that,
Other than
he'll
that,
never
no.
play.
Yeah.
I think they still need Trubisky back in there. I don't know. I don't like Nick Foles behind the center.
Once you go away from Trubisky,
Yeah,
you
I was
don't
going
go
to
back.
say, did they kind of just give up on him and they can't go back now? I don't know. But at the end of the day, they're still 5-2, right? So, I mean,
Who got them the first wins?
Trubisky did.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
And so now I think they are second in that division. But, I mean, there's still a lot to work with there. This was a good defensive matchup. Aaron Donald, was a beast again. He had half a sack. And Leonard Floyd. And they picked him up to get a guy opposite of Donald to, come off that edge. And he had 2 sacks this week. He was great. Khalil Mack made plays. It was all the defensive playmakers all over the field. So,
I want to talk about Johnny Hecker.
golly, Johnny.
He was
The punter.
He was putting that ball within the 10.
I know, it was crazy. He put one on the 1, put one on the 5. I mean, on the 8, did he? I think it was crazy the game he had. And, I mean, those are that kind of stuff wins your football
It
games,
does.
So, yeah, anything else you guys want to talk about for the recap?
Nope.
All right, well, let's get to some studs and duds. You guys want to go team or player first?
Let's go player.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go with player. I'm gonna go with Tyler Lockett. I think he just freaking balled out. I think he had 15 catches, 200 yards. It was actually the first 200-yard game by a receiver in Seahawks history, which was kind of interesting to see. But, yeah, he was great. And I don't know. We can talk all about DK Metcalf, and I think people hype him up a little too much. He's not the best receiver on his own team. Okay, Tyler Lockett can ball. And so that's my stud of the week.
I think, you know what I'm going to say? I'm taking stud a little bit different this week. You know? I'm not going to go with this guy who's got crazy stats. You know what I'm going with?
Who?
A guy that you just mentioned, DK Metcalf. Did he have a great... Listen, hear me out. Hey, Heister, come back. Heister, hear me out. Did he have a great game? No, but did he have that hustle play? Absolutely. I love to see that.
But then they still lose.
I know, but it could have won the game. I watched baseball. I watched these guys jog out a grounder. No, I like to see some hustle out of him.
That's ridiculous.
I like the hustle play to save the touchdown. They didn't score off of it.
That's ridiculous.
They didn't score
Okay,
off
well,
of it.
enough of that.
I
Enough
think
of
if
this
there was a
nonsense.
stud play of the week,
Yeah.
No, I'll call him stud player.
Yeah. There's an ER.
DK, if you're watching this, DK, you're a stud.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
well,
watching.
Well,
I do agree. Okay.
It's true. He's funny.
All right, well, my stud player of the week, I'm going to go with Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
He had over 400 total yards, and 4 total touchdowns, getting his first win over a not-so-great Jaguars team, but it's his first win in his rookie season, so he's my stud player of the week.
my stud of the week is personally my favorite receiver, Devontae Adams. 13 catches, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's battled some injuries this year, so for him to have that breakout game, obviously, I think, was it the first or second game he almost had 200 yards?
Yeah, I think it was the second game, I would say.
So, yeah, in my opinion, I think he's the best route runner in the league.
He is a great route
He's
runner.
one of the best receivers in the league when healthy, and I just love seeing him ball out. He's just so fun to watch.
Yeah, no doubt. For my dud player of the week, I'm going to go with Cam. I think he had under 10 completions, didn't even have 100 yards, I want to say, 3 picks. He got benched, and like I said, I think he'll start next week, no doubt. And big thing with him is he can run. He had under 20 rushing yards, so I don't know. I think it was a little bit of a fluke week, if you ask me, but he's definitely my dud of the week.
My dud of the week is actually going to be Chase Claypool.
Okay. Yeah.
I think everyone had high expectations and everyone was talking about how good he is. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 1 catch for -2 yards is just not going to get the job done in that National Football League.
That's right.
All right, well, my dud of the week, someone we've talked about just a few seconds ago, DK Metcalf.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wow.
2 receptions for 23 yards, 0 touchdowns. One of the best receivers in the league, especially on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
You got to do more than that. Like, he has a good game, they win the football game. I know Tyler Lockett had 15 receptions and 200 yards, kind of stealing DK Metcalf's stuff, but he's just got to play better.
Yeah, no, I just want to say they ran some different looks. At first, Seattle was trying to attack Drake Kilpatrick, and I don't know if I necessarily call him a weak point, but they were running Buda Baker at some corner, and then obviously they got Pat Pete, and they were throwing different looks at him. They did a really good job this week. So, Trey, who's your dud of the week?
I'm going to go with Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
45 yards, only averaged 3.8 per carry. When you can't throw the ball, you got to be able to run.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Washington's defensive, like their run defense is amazing. So I mean, you can't expect him to do too much, but he's got to step up and play well for this team. He didn't fumble, but
Oh, wow.
he's still my dud of the week.
Yeah, so let's go to stud team of the week. Mine's Pittsburgh Steelers. They won the battle of the unbeaten, so the only undefeated team in the NFL. It was an up and down game. Started out hot and didn't finish so hot, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're the only undefeated team in the league and maybe the best team in football right now. So that's my stud of the week.
Yeah, I'm going to have to take it basic and go with the Cardinals here. They had a crazy comeback against the Seahawks, who are 5-1.
5-1.
Who just picked up their first loss. So, yeah, I have to go with the Cardinals.
Okay.
My stud team of the week is the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
Just blowing out the Raiders. It wasn't even close. They're looking like a Super Bowl team. So they're my stud team.
Yeah, next week they get to play Monday Night Football against the Giants, so that's another
wow.
game for them.
I gotta agree with you there. Buccaneers, stud team of the week, blowing out the Raiders. It's a win that you like to see. They scored 21 in the fourth quarter. I like the Buccaneers. I agree with you. They are a Super Bowl team.
I tell you what, as far as that game goes Monday night, if they get a big lead, I say get everybody out. They're playing at MetLife. You know, they cannot afford any injuries right now. So, yeah, dud team of the week. I'm going to have to go with New England. They only put up 6 points. I mean, this was a game they played at home, too. There were high hopes for this game that they could get a little bit of an upset. I know the 49ers were favored by a few points, but I think it's time that they start worrying about what they got. So that's my dud of the week.
My dud of the week's going to be the Bears. Like we said, we finally got to see that they're not good. I mean, they're good. Their
We got to
defense is
see
good.
reality.
We got to see reality that they're just not as good as everyone was hyping them up to be.
Okay, my dud team of the week is the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
Sorry, Chad, no, that was yours.
No, that's actually a good one, yeah.
Putting up 3 points against the Washington football team. That just can't. I know Andy Dalton got hurt, but like Trey said earlier, Zeke's got to do something. He's got to step up, and that O-line's got to make some holes for him. Putting up 3 points, that gets you dud team of the week.
Yeah. I know this is kind of I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Okay.
I thought they had the game in their hands.
They did, yeah.
I personally, I don't think the Eagles are good at all. I think they're horrible. I think that if there was a game for them to win, it was that one. Danny Dimes, like we said earlier, he didn't play horrible.
No, he didn't.
But I think they got to win that one. They need that one to have any. And, they're 1-6. They still got a shot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If they win that one.
Yes, and just to give an update on that, the Eagles are now in first place. They're up half a game. Let's see, they're up half a game on Washington and Dallas now. Mm-hmm. And then the Giants are, 1 game and a half back. So.
I mean, it's not even a division.
Oh, I mean, it's the NFC East. I don't know. I mean, we were talking about how the 49ers are 4-3. As of right now, they wouldn't play in the playoffs. The Eagles at 2-4-1. They would host a playoff game.
Host it.
So that's crazy. Let's give a little bit of a prediction for the Thursday night matchup. The Atlanta Falcons at the Carolina Panthers. I'll start. I'm going to take the Panthers. They're at home. I think Teddy Bridgewater, he's put together a few good games in a row now. He's going to keep it rolling. And, I mean, I just don't know how confident I am in the Falcons right now. So I'll take the Panthers.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with everything you said. I think the Panthers definitely win this one. The Falcons, for one. I think the Panthers are a better team, but I also think the Falcons just aren't good either.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers too. The Falcons just don't know how to win. The only time I would ever take the Falcons is if they're playing the Jets.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
So I got the Panthers.
You know what?
Be the outlier.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I say do
You
it.
know what?
Be the outlier.
I think the Falcons are winning this game.
Wow!
Here's why.
Nico, did you leave again? Nico, go.
Here's why. I want to be that loud. I'm not gonna lie, but I was gonna pick the Falcons because eventually this game could go to a shootout,
Yeah, that is true.
and sometimes the Falcons go off.
Yeah, shootouts do favor the Falcons, I think. Yeah.
And so maybe this game goes to a shootout. I hope it does, and maybe the Falcons get this win.
Yeah, it definitely is a little bit of an intriguing matchup because we want to see if Carolina gets back on their feet and see how they respond. So, I know. Is that everything you guys got for studs and duds?
Yes.
Our hot topic question of the week. It's a good one. We want you guys to get in the comments and let us know what you think about this. Right now, guys, I want you to give me who was your rookie of the year, and I want you to give me a little bit of a surprise rookie. Somebody else who may not be number one, but you really like how they played this season.
Okay.
So who wants to start on that?
I think I'll start. Rookie of the year, Justin Herbert.
Okay.
That first game when he didn't know he was even starting till the kickoff, and he played amazing. That was, we were all like, okay, maybe this was a fluke. But every game he's gone out and balled. Like we said, he had 4 total touchdowns. He's been playing amazing. He's really consistent, and I just think he's the best rookie so far. And for the most, what are we calling it? Underrated?
Yeah,
or
just a bit of another
surprise.
honorable mention, maybe.
James Robinson.
Okay, James Robinson. Yeah.
Undrafted. He's one of the
Jacksonville.
best rookies this year, and he literally was not in the draft. So
Yeah.
that means there's over 200 players that they thought were better than him.
Yeah, they were wrong. I
They
can
were
tell you
wrong.
that.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, my rookie of the year, I'm going to have to go with Cincinnati's own Joe Burrow.
Okay.
He's third right now in passing yards in the whole
Yeah.
league as a rookie. I know he's not getting many wins, but he's doing what he can. He's throwing for 300 yards almost every game. I know he has a couple interceptions, some dumb interceptions, but some that aren't his fault. But right now, I think he has a slight edge over Justin Herbert. My honorable mention for rookies, I know he's like a known name, but I honestly wasn't expecting Chase Claypool to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing great, and I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. So he's my surprising rookie.
Okay.
I'm going to go Justin Herbert for my rookie of the year.
Are you? Okay.
Although I think that Joe Burrow is ahead of him. Right now,
Okay.
I think that Joe is winning the race, but I just see Justin just cranking it up because he's already progressed so much from that week that he didn't start. So I just see Justin cranking it up, and I don't know. I see the votes kind of leaning towards Joe because, his name, Joe Burrow, #1 pick. But I think that Justin Herbert gets better than him. But also my honorable mention, I'm going to go with T. Higgins.
T. Higgins, okay.
I could be a little biased, you know. I'm a Cincinnati fan. But I think everyone, like we touched on earlier, everyone's like Chase Claypool, C.D. Lamb, this guy, that guy, Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah.
How about T. Higgins? I mean, he put up, 125 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got probably, does he have the most touchdowns for receivers this year?
Oh, that's a good question. I would say he's up there.
I think he probably has the most, if not at least second.
Yeah,
So,
that's a
I'm
good
going
one.
T. Higgins for a rookie.
Yeah, my rookie of the year, I got a new nickname for him. I like the hair. I'm going to go Joe the Flow Burrow. All right? You know, you can trademark that baby right now.
Joe the Flow.
Yeah, but, you know, I think part of it in any sport league is about the storyline with, like,
Yeah,
MVP,
that kinda
Rookie of the
touched
Year,
on
that
that a
kind of
little
stuff. And I just think having all the pressure, the number one pick, I think he's exceeded expectations. One of the biggest things I've seen from him, especially this past week, and this is part coaching, he's learned a lot better. You know, you can say about the offensive line and how they've helped not allow sacks, and they have, but he's gotten a lot better at the quick throws. And I think part of that is game plan. They always got a little dump-off option for him now if he has to, but he's really learned to throw the ball a lot quicker, and that's helped him. My honorable mention, I guess I'll go two guys. First, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You know, he's been phenomenal. Andy Reid took him. I think he was the only quarterback drafted in the first round, and Andy Reid loves to run the football, so he's worked out perfect. He saw the vision in him, and it's worked out. Second, come on, fellas, got to give him a little love to the lineman. I'm going to go Mekhi Becton.
Wow.
I was going to say him.
Yeah, for the Jets, you know, a lot of the offensive linemen have really struggled. Andrew Thomas has struggled, a couple other guys, and if there's a bright spot for the Jets, which, I mean, that's hard to believe, it's Mekhi Becton and what he's been able to do there. So, yeah, I think that's my honorable mention. So, anything else you guys got? Well, yeah, make sure to follow us on social medias at the Boyz Makin Noise. And due to certain circumstances with the Podbean app, we are now exclusively on YouTube. So make sure you guys subscribe and hit the like button and comment anything you guys have, questions or thoughts on the episode. We're the boys. We're making noise, and we'll see you.